I went to see him last Friday and he was still having lunch with his school friends. I think they arrived at 12:30 and they were still there at 5:30. And he said to me it was just the most incredible afternoon. It made him so happy and he was so thrilled to see them. And he said it was just pure joy. And it was arranged by his friend Keith, who now lives in Australia, who came over specially for it. There's Keith. And they were in the same class at school. And, of course, that made me feel completely terrible because, obviously, since Elton and I are exactly the same age and we left school the same time, and I've never been to a school reunion and I've only met one of my old friends.
So why don't you go? Because I don't like school reunions.
I tried a college reunion and I went in this room because I studied architecture, and I went in our 40th college reunion and I was in this room with all these old men and I thought, hello, have I come in the wrong place? And then I realised they hadn't worn that well.
To me, I've never seen the point of them. And my four best friends from school, Helen, Julie and Jenny, morning, we're still friends. We were friends at school. We've stayed friends. All these years later, we keep in touch. It's hard to always get to see each other. And the other people I was friends with, at school, I didn't dislike. We just never stayed friends. So I don't see the point of going back.
I think as you walk in, it would be like walking back to being a 12-year-old.
I don't even remember
half
of
and
them.
just like. You would once they reminded you, I think. Or
I think there's a lot of that.
Finding out how their lives have turned out. And
don't you think there's a lot of that, like, she's got fatter, thinner, she's married well, hasn't she done well, not done well? I think there's a lot of that goes on as well.
No.
Don't you?
Have you met any of your school friends?
I haven't had... Well, I haven't been told about any school reunions.
Maybe they don't want you at them.
Probably. But the thing is, I was always the class clown. I was always the one, you know, have my career's advisor, just practically laughing as if, like, you know, what you know. So I just kind of want to go, just be like, hi guys, how are you? You know, like I've done all right, haven't I? I just think.
So you want to do
not,
so you've
my point exactly. My point exactly.
Especially when, you know, I think when you grew up in an environment where you were kind of told that, you know, things aren't going to work out, you're never going to amount to anything. I think it's more the teachers I'd be more interested in seeing, like, you know. I think
I'd like to go back.
Them wrong.
I'd like to go back and see the school bully.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Because I'd like to go back, not to have a go at him or anything, the school bully that bullied me, to see if he turned out the way I think he would have because of what he was like at school, or whether he's embarrassed now, or whether he's just done really well, or you know what I mean, just to see somebody like that. Because actually, of all the primary school friends I had, his is the only name I can remember, because for 2 years...
But I can't remember everyone else. The only person I can remember from primary school is the girl who used to wee on the floor. And I can't say her name on
Please don't name her, Janet. You'll get me into all sorts of trouble.
But we always go, oh no, she's done it again. And it was probably a girl
I want to go back and see if she's still doing it.
I was really happy when I saw the school. He was like the school nerd, and I bumped into him a couple of years ago, and he's done so well in life. His name's Robert. Look, hi.
Hi, Robert.
Yeah, he's done so well. He's an architecture, and I always he's an architect, sorry, and I always expected him to do amazingly well, and he has. And I was so happy when I saw him. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like really emotional.
So you and Robert both done well. There you go. You can go back to the reunion and show off together.
Yeah, that would be nice.